Hello, welcome to this tutorial of the Elementi 2016 software. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the charts and gauges widgets that are in the software. The charts and gauges widgets use the same data type as the spreadsheets folder, either in an Excel file, a CSV file, or a Google Sheet. In this video, we're going to be using a CSV file. So in the widgets tab, I'm already in my charts folder. I'm going to start with charts and then we'll talk about gauges afterwards. And I'm going to drag over the bar.svg. Feel free to use whichever widget you'd like. And then fit the screen on this one. Then I'm going to double click on this layer. And the first setting that I'm going to change is the series. If I open up my Excel file over here, the series is the column of numerical data that you'd like to show. So mine here is item 4, which corresponds to what you see here as well. You can also set up the label, which is shown here. These are the letters over here, which is also represented here where it says label. So these are already set up. Next, I'm going to change the data. And I'm just going to change this URI since the channel is already set to CSV. And I'm going to go find my CSV file, which is in my public Dropbox, and copy that public link. Next, I'm going to set the refresh time to some amount of time. I'll do an hour. Make any changes to that I need. So now the data is showing up properly. I come back to my CSV file. You see that item 4, the first set of data, is 100, which is associated with hour 1, and then it gradually goes up from there. So if you have a column of multiple pieces of numerical data, you can put them into a chart so you can show all of them at once. If you have several single cells of numerical data, like this one for example, you can put that into a gauge. So let me delete this and go back to the widgets tab and open up the gauges folder. And here you can set up a gauge which will show a single piece of numerical data. I'm going to use the LED vertical and have that fit the screen. And we're going to open it up and configure it. This one is fairly similar, so I'm going to take that same data source, refresh. We'll do 5 minutes for this one. This one, let's say this one wanted to be updated a lot more. It's on like an assembly line or something like that. Next, again, it has a series. So our series for this one is gauge. So in the double square brackets, I'm going to type in gauge. Then you can designate your minimum and your maximum. Here it's 0 to 100, but you can designate whichever you'd like. The bar width, the number of LEDs, the text, you can also show the text. So if you want, this is set to item 1 as well. I will change this to gauge, and you should see the number down here, 90. That's good. You can change the background color, the animation duration. But then the really cool thing about this widget is you can change the thresholds. So right now, 0 to 29 will show the bar in dark blue. 30 to 59 will show it in a lightish green. And then the rest of the way will show it in a sky blue. And you can change these threshold numbers as well as the fill colors for each. So if I wanted to, I could do, like a traffic light of sorts, a red, yellow, and a green. And then you could change the threshold numbers if you'd like. And then this will update every 5 minutes whenever the CSV data changes. So feel free to use whichever one of these charts or gauges widgets that you see. The properties for each are relatively the same. Thank you very much for watching.